Hello English encouragers, welcome back, and today we are going to learn about a play Julius Caesar written by William Shakespeare. What comes to your mind when I say Caesar? Is it the Caesar? Is it the Caesar salad?
3, 2, 1!
So today we are going to learn about Julius Caesar. You kids, you have to be very careful regarding writing the spelling of Caesar because it's not Caesar, it's Caesar. The correct spelling, the very first thing to learn. Now, this story dates back to over 2000 years ago when Rome was built by a triumvirate. You understand what is triumvirate? Triumvirate is an alliance of three people. Now, who were these three people? Okay, one of them was Crassus. The other one was Pompey and Julius Caesar. Right? Okay. Now, Gaius Julius Caesar. He was also called as Gaius Julius Caesar. Right? Now, after the death of Crassus, these two were left. Caesar became very powerful in Rome, resulting in a conflict between Pompey and Caesar. Right? Caesar was a great soldier. You know when he was born? Anyone? Yes, he was born in month of July, according to the historians, around 100 BCE. And before we come and arrive to this place, we will record his journey. So his journey actually started as a financial advisor. Eventually, he took care of the temples and public buildings. Yes, kids, the journey was not easy as it seems to. And then he was declared and considered as governor of Spain, followed by a council of Rome, which means he headed the senator's affair and also he considered the foreign affairs for Rome. During and thereafter, he led to the Gallic War. He led it, right? And then when the war was done, thereafter he invaded Britain on two consecutive occasions. And thereafter, he came back to Rome to start a civil war. Now, this war was the Gallic War, the civil war between Pompey and Julius Caesar. So, this thing, when the conflict happened of Gallic War, it was when the river Rubicon was crossed. With his powerful army, he crossed the river Rubicon and defeated Pompey, who fled to Egypt. When Caesar returned Rome after the war, the people welcomed him enthusiastically. They had forgotten about Pompey, who had ruled them justly and were ready to acknowledge Caesar as their new leader. But some Romans thought that Caesar had become ambitious. They feared he might wish to become king and thus absolute ruler of Rome. Many of you must be wondering, what is the meaning of ambitious? So, meaning of ambitious is having a strong desire to be successful, to have power. Right? Yes. Coming back, he thought, now another nobleman named Brutus was a very, very dear friend of Caesar. But with the meteoric rise of Caesar, he started feeling jealous. Caesar's growing power and popularity frightened him. He thought Caesar was becoming too important and had begun to imagine himself a god among men. Now, some of the biggest or big accomplishments of Caesar were the time, right? Why I am saying time? Caesar observed that earlier it was a lunar calendar, which was less than say 365 days. But then seasons were not matching. Caesar gave it a thought and then he converted it into solar calendar, which comprised 365.25 days. Yes, this is one of the accomplishment. You know, Caesar was always also a good poet. He used to tell poetries when the pirates kidnapped him. Also, he wrote book. Very good author also, a book writer. Yes, and you know why? His way of writing book was a kind of a campaigning. Yes, he wrote 2 books. De Bello Gallico, which was about the Gallic War, his strategies, and also De Bello Civili, which were about the Civil War. Also, he contributed towards fashion industry. He brought many changes in the wearing of men and contributed to the field of medicine. It influences even the modern time. Yes, the last word of the famous, Julius Caesar was Ichut Brutus. So, unfortunately, I have to end this video here. If you want to know more about Julius Caesar, please watch part 2 of this video. And please don't forget to like, subscribe and share this video with your friends and family members. Hopefully this video helped you a lot. Take care. Bye-bye.